Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso Weekend.
Well, good morning, El Paso, and thank you for joining us. I'm Andrew J. Polk. Getting straight to your storm track weather now because it is hot. Let's get your first forecast with Storm Tech meteorologist Stephen Decatur. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning, Andrew. It is a hot day, and it's going to be a hot weekend here in the borderland, unfortunately. But the good news is cooler weather is going to come after that. We do have to get through the heat advisory, though, that's in effect for parts of El Paso County and Hudspeth County as well, right along the Rio Grande River. Now, this does not include Las Cruces, but it's going to be hot everywhere today. Temperatures back above 100 degrees once again, but you can see the heat advisory in those orange colors there, extending from El Paso all the way along the Rio Grande. In the valley, it's going to be quite hot. 85 in Las Cruces already, 83 in El Paso. Temperatures warming up very quickly. 84 in Alamogordo. You can see cooler in the 70s up towards Ruidoso, Guadalupe Pass, and Silver City as well. Those higher elevations a bit cooler. But here's what we're going to be talking about. We have near record heat this weekend. We're going to be very close to record high today, and we hit one yesterday. Plus, rain chances coming back into the forecast, especially as we head into next week. Those rain chances do bump up, and some much cooler temperatures finally falling to near average and really staying near average. We've been up in the 100s for so long now. It's going to feel nice as we head into the work week. Andrew?
Something to look forward to. Thanks, Stephen. Check back in just a bit. Meantime, though, investigators have not said how a man allegedly started a fire that destroyed 2 mobile homes more than a year ago. 52-year-old Isidoro Martinez is charged with arson. El Paso Sheriff's officials say in May of 2015, he started a fire on the 100 block of 1st Street in Fabens. The 2 mobile homes were engulfed in flames and 13 people were displaced. A firefighter was also injured. Damage to both properties was estimated at $112,000. Authorities have arrested the man they say shot another man several times in Alamogordo. 23-year-old Joshua Diaz is charged with aggravated assault and battery. He was arrested during a traffic stop yesterday. The Otero County Sheriff's Office says on Wednesday afternoon Diaz shot another man multiple times. He was taken to University Medical Center El Paso. A motive for the shooting is unknown, and police have not yet identified the man that allegedly shot by Diaz. And we're still working to find out why the man who was struck and killed by a semi-truck was trying to cross I-10. Yesterday, police identified the man as 82-year-old Jose de Jesus Ponce. Ponce was struck Thursday afternoon as he was trying to cross I-10 near the Americas exit in El Paso's Lower Valley. Police say he was taken to Del Sol Medical Center, where he later died. Another elderly man has died after he was hit by his own car. That happened Wednesday at a home on the 7100 block of Tierra Taos in West El Paso. Police say 82-year-old Ralph Wallace was trying to back his car out of the garage when he got out to close an open passenger door. But police say he forgot to put the car in park, and when he walked behind the vehicle, the car rolled back and pinned him underneath. Wallace died from his injuries yesterday. Residents near the Tornillo International Port of Entry are seeing a stark difference now that no parking signs take the place where thousands of cars used to be piled up. This past Monday, county commissioners voted to put up the signs after farmers and residents say the cars clog the streets for weeks now. ABC 7's Julio Cesar Chavez reports.
One resident lives right next to the bridge. He says it's better for his family, a relief to not have so many cars lining the streets in front of their home. These importers are called loteros. While waiting to export their cars to Mexico, the loteros have had to find parking elsewhere, like the parking lots in Fabens and even this family's property, for about $5 a day. He says there used to be oil splotches all over the street, but with the cars now in dirt lots, things have gotten a whole lot cleaner and back to normal. Gamboa said he's lived there 40 years and says he's glad the streets are clear once again. He says this street used to be one of the calmest, but when the export cars showed up, it was a bother with all the extra people and police in the area. But all good things must end. The loteros were first kicked off the streets, and now they're being pushed out of this lot. The family we spoke with said it's become a hassle to deal with the loteros. They say most of them aren't paying to park. He told us they won't let them park on their property, especially not knowing whether the family can park its cars in front of their own house, since their land is full. Julio Cesar Chavez, ABC 7.
We reached out to the sheriff's office, but they haven't gotten back to us on whether families like the ones we spoke with will be allowed to park their cars in front of their houses. Jim Valenti is no longer the CEO at University Medical Center.
I will become private citizen gem. Right. And I've been serving as a public official for the last 12 years. I've enjoyed it. I've been blessed. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve El Paso.
Yesterday was Valenti's last day as the chief executive officer. His decision to retire coincided with the settlement that brought the Children's Hospital under the county hospital after Children's couldn't pay its rent to UMC. Valenti is being replaced by Jacob Cintron, who just spent the last 10 years as the CEO at Del Sol Medical Center. He begins work on Monday. Valenti did send out a farewell letter yesterday afternoon. You can read it right now over at KVIA.com. And although the biggest change is at the top of administration, there are some other big changes going on at UMC as well. ABC7 was at the hospital Thursday as officials unveiled the complete renovations to the 6th floor of the building. According to Jim Valenti, the project cost $10.3 million and was approved by the bond issue of 2013. For 90 years, Aggies, also known as students at Texas A&M University, built a bonfire to symbolize their burning desire to beat their main rival, the University of Texas at Austin. It's hard to describe what a big deal it was. Students spent weeks chopping down trees before stacking them into a 60-foot high structure that looked like a giant wedding cake. And on tonight's 2020 in an Instant shows how things suddenly went wrong during the construction of the 1999 bonfire.
My crew chiefs told me, climb up there as high as you can and work on the structure. You know, the higher you can get, the better. It's considered, I guess, more prestigious. Whoa. I was up about 55 feet, and so you can pretty much see everything. You can see down the strip. You can see everybody working below you.
I don't know if I heard something or if I felt something, but there was a guy standing on top of first stack above me, and him and I kind of locked eyes with each other, and we didn't say anything, but it was kind of like we were both just kind of looking at each other like, what's going on?
I was looking at the ground, looking for my dorm, and in literally a split second, I realized the ground was moving.
People died and 27 were injured in that bonfire collapse. You can see how rescuers pulled people to safety tonight on 2020 in an Instant, which airs at 8 o'clock right here on ABC7. There's a whole lot going on in the world of politics this week. And coming up on Good Morning El Paso weekend, with one convention over, it's time to race for the next one coming next week. And Storm Track weather, Steven.
I'll take a closer look at the rain chances coming up after the break.